360 Quinn. 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 Quinn.
Hey everyone, it's 360 Quinn here, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about brushes. Now, everybody knows there's a large and wide variety of brushes, but we're going to be talking about a couple today. Alright, y'all, so this is how I'm currently looking. I know. It's not the best. But I mean, we are coming together slowly but surely. And it is a rainy day today. It was snowing earlier. It's Michigan, what you're going to do. But all I've been doing is brushing whenever I can, wearing my do-rag whenever I can. And yeah, so I'll check y'all in a bit. First on the list we're going to be talking about today is that soft brush. This is a Torino Pro soft brush, and it's really cool looking lavender tone. You know that it's a soft brush. Well, it's soft bristles. You get to do that kind of stuff with it. I normally use this brush for shining purposes only. I am a coarse, medium coarse hair waver, so this is mainly for like the perfectionist steps. You want that shine, you want that gleam, that sheen. This is what you're using. Oftentimes, I'll use this after a fresh cut, just to wipe away some excess hairs after the shower, and also during wolves. You want to lay down the stragglers that you may have. You know, when you put on the do-rag, right? Then you see like little hair sticking up. You can get away from that a lot of times from using this and using the plastic bag method. So there's that. Second on the list, you know, well, actually you don't know. You just know this is some cool, like some sort of cool teal color or whatnot. But this is actually my medium brush. I have several medium brushes. Another medium brush. This is my trusty brush. As you can see, it's got a lot of wear and tear on it. I use this as a shower brush now, so we'll talk about shower brushes later. But and also have this royalty brush right here. This is technically a medium brush as well. It's for the crown area. That's why it's pointed like this. But anyway, with your medium brushes, I would say this should be like your daily. This is your daily brush right here, especially if you're a coarse hair waver, medium coarse hair waver, or even a straight hair waver for real. This is the brush that you should be using every day. We're gonna get into the hard brushes and we need to use that, but this is the brush, or not particularly this one. Let's say Mild Daily Driver. This is the brush that you want to be using every day. It is curved. You can get them without the curve. Really just depends on what you're looking for and what you're trying to do. I like the curved brushes because, you know, they sit on your head. It's a lot easier to conform to the hand and brush with. This one is also curved. You know what I'm saying? So have a whole lot of brushes. Go with this brush. You can do so much with this brush. It's really versatile. It doesn't have to be this exact brush, of course, but any medium brush, they're very, very versatile. Oftentimes if you get a brush that has a lot of rows in it, you can brush vertically and horizontally rather than, you know, just that horizontal brushing. Vertical brushing helps with isolation brushing. So let's say that you have a really bad fork over here, right, in this area. You're just gonna brush at that. Actually, let's see how we're looking. You're gonna have to excuse the do-rag line. This is how I'm looking right now. I know it's not the best, but it's not the worst either. So you can brush like this with this brush, or brush horizontally. Vertical, horizontal. Elementary. With this type of medium brush, you're gonna want to brush only horizontally because of the amount of rows that are in it. You brush this way. With this brush here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows on this brush. So you don't want to get any weird streaks or any weird lines in your head. So just brush horizontally. With this brush, I would also say brush horizontally because it is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So you want to brush horizontally with this as well. This brush, it really doesn't matter. You can brush this way or this way, but oftentimes I find it a lot better, and you wind up kicking out a lot of errors when you brush with consistency. So if you normally brush horizontally, continue to brush horizontally. If you normally brush vertically, go ahead and continue to brush it vertically. Only reason I would say that you would ever need to really switch it up is if you have an area of isolation that you know that you're going to need or want to fix on your wave journey. Next brush, hard brush. Hard brush hurts like a son of a gun if you don't use it properly. Use it when you have a lot of hair. So for those wavers that have really wide and big waves, you want to use this brush because your wavelength is going to need a brush of this caliber. When you have a wider wavelength, when your waves are bigger, when you have less waves, let's say you have maybe like 6 or 7 waves, 5 waves, 3 waves, that means that your hair is going to need to grow longer so it can wave up, so it gets to that curl length, that natural curl length, because all the wave is a elongated curl. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Next, in regards to these hard brushes, for you coarse hair wavers and you medium coarse hair wavers, don't kill yourself with this brush. Your scalp, you feel like it's bleeding, stop. You want to go to this medium brush here. Not everything needs to be done with a hard brush, and not everything needs to be done with a soft brush. You buy multiple brushes for multiple needs. Sometimes you may get a brush like this. This is a very interesting brush, wouldn't you say? It's like medium soft on this side, and it's hard as rocks on this side. So it really just depends on what you're looking for. Versatility in having different tools in your arsenal just makes having waves a little bit easier and also a little more fun than one would normally expect. It's like having a different pair of glasses, or having a different pair of shoes, or even having multiple do-rags. You know, sometimes you just want to switch it out, change it out. That's perfectly fine. You do you. Shower brushing. Shower brushing is very important. If you're not washing your hair like twice a week, 3 times a week, you know, you're doing something wrong. Me personally, when I was beginning, I was only washing my hair maybe like, once every 2 weeks or so, because I had an afro. So that's when I would normally wash my hair, once every 2 weeks. But when you have waves, it's a little bit different. You want your hair to be healthy. You want your waves to look healthy. You want your waves to shine, right? So in order for you to accomplish that feat, it's all about that good hygiene, that hair hygiene. You should be putting anything that you wouldn't be putting in your body, you don't want to put in your head. Unless you're just starting out and, you want to use some grease or something of that nature. By all means, go ahead, because that'll help you start out. But then after you've been waving for a little bit, oftentimes I find that I don't really need a bunch of grease. I just used like all natural stuff, oils, or things like this, things that are made for your hair. Nothing too harsh. No really harsh chemicals or anything of that nature. Shower brushing. Get yourself a nice shampoo. You want to lather up your hair. Now, if you're a new waver, of course, you don't want to scramble. You don't want to scramble your hair. You want to know why that is? Oh, something fell. That's because your waves are not trained yet. When your waves are trained, then you can scramble brush and then lay it right back down with this brush in the shower. When you're a new waver and you scramble brush, you're basically erasing your waves because they're not trained just yet. It just takes a little bit of patience. Eventually you get to that point. But until then, brush with the grain, brush in the pattern of your waves. And then of course, you know, you can rinse it out, rewash, whatever it is that your wash routine is, by all means go for it. Heck, I might even make a video on how to wash your hair in the future. Who knows? But yeah, these are my brushes. I actually have some combs as well. Combing is a definite necessity when it comes to wolfing because it decreases forks. So keep brushing. Take it easy. Spin 360 Quinn. Holla at you.